Hey Virgos, this message is for the mid of June. Oh my gosh, these cards just fell out for you. That is so funny. I don't even know what I'm saying to you guys. All right, welcome. This is for the sign of Virgo for June, mid-June of 2019. All right, let's see what we have for you for the end of the month of June, from now until the end of the month. Let's see. The monthly readings are up, so you can check them out. They're on this channel. They also have the energy healing to go along with the messages. So check those out. And if you haven't already, the link is in the description box to follow me on Facebook if you want to get more connected and work with me on a more intimate level. All right, let's see. One more card, please, for the sign of Virgo for June. What is going on? Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, so you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Page of Cups, and you've got the Ten of Wands. And I just want to take a peek at these other cards here. All right, so what I'm feeling for you here is that you're taking action this month. I feel like you're taking action and putting in the work and letting go of something. So again, please remember these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check out your moon and rising signs too. But I feel like you're taking action. I feel as though you want more and you're realizing that something has to go. Something has to be released in order for you to be able to manifest what you want. Because you have, I'm going to have to read these cards together, guys. Let me go ahead. Eight of Cups here, the Magician card, and the Ace of Wands. All right, I'm like, I got to read this all together because it's like a whole little story here. So basically, you're taking action and you realize that something isn't working for you anymore. And you're facing the shadows. You're facing the shadows here with this Eight of Wands or Eight of Cups here. You realize that something just isn't working. And this could be because you're not manifesting what you want. You have the Magician card here and you have the Ace of Wands, which is telling me that you are going to be capable of manifesting that new beginning, the new start, the fresh look is really what I'm getting. So like it might not even be something new. It might just be a new start with it. It might be a refreshed, like, like a makeover. Okay. It might be, let me know if that's resonating with you in the comments, but like this, you have something in your mind that needs to be redone is what I'm feeling. It just needs to be made over. It needs to be refreshed. It needs to go a different way. So I don't really feel like there's an ending, even though you have the Ten of Wands here. I don't feel like there's an ending in the situation. I feel as though there's an ending in the way you're feeling it or letting it get to you or holding you back in some way. There's a burden that you're holding with this Ten of Wands here, but you're taking the action to, like, I feel like you're running towards it. Okay, you've got the Eight of Cups there, and this is also about leaving something behind. So I definitely feel with releasing the burden and leaving something behind, this is that time to do that. I feel like you're stepping into, your season's going to be coming up in a little while, and I feel as though this is the time for you. It's the time for you to really start to learn who you are. Start to realize that maybe the actions or the things that you're doing are not the best for you, and that they're saying really take a look at the life that you're living and if it's truly, truly making you happy, or is it filling a void? Is it filling a void? I feel like a lot of you are filling a void with something. It could be work. Maybe you're working all the time to distract yourself from something else that you don't want to deal with. You might be hanging out with friends all the time to distract yourself with something you don't want to deal with. You might have some kind of addiction to distract yourself with things that you don't want to deal with. And what are those things that you don't want to deal with? Those things are, that the fears and it's not even fears, it's the hurt, the pain I'm getting. I feel like there's a lot of hurt and pain that you have that you distract yourself with other things and nothing changes. Nothing changes. But they're here to tell you right now is that once you start to take the action to look at that's the healing, right? The energy healing. Once you start to heal that energy, And I think I'm going to be putting some energy healings on this channel. So make sure you click subscribe and also that little notification bell. But once you start to heal your energy, you heal the hurt, you heal the pain. That's what that is. It's releasing all of that shit that you've been through in the past. Once you start to do that, you're going to start to realize the power that you have. And like once that happens, it's like there's so much brightness, and so you see things a completely different way. You realize that you can manifest things. You realize how much power you have. You realize this, but right now you can't realize this because you're distracting yourself. You're keeping yourself busy from dealing with that pain. Let it go, guys. Don't be afraid to deal with the pain. Because once you do, this is what's coming for you. This is what you're actually going out to grab. You're going to be able to manifest things. I've done it this month. I'm like in shock, just by thinking a different way, how much you can manifest money, success, love. It's crazy. But you got to deal with the pain. All right. Going to play you vampire cards. I haven't taken these out in a long time, so I figured, you know what? Someone asked me about them, and I was like, oh, I kind of miss them too. I think this is the one we're going with. Okay, guys. They don't mess around. All right, so this is the Less Vampires from Lucy Cavendish is the author, and I love her writing, so I do read from the books on these ones, and after you listen, you'll probably see why. She's a great, great author, and I love the stories that she tells in here, okay? So the cards that you have here, think about what I just said. The card that you have here is Death Rites, saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. All right, so let's see what it has to say for you. For many beings, the reality of death seems to be the ultimate cruelty. The vampire that steals the life from so many, and without, it seems, any order of reality. For death, it is true, visits us all. Whether we are young or old or healthy or suffering, for all of us, beast and beauty, there is a time for the end to come. But there are angels of death, appointed by the universe to help us move from one side to the next, and to avoid staying in between without moving on, transforming. For the soul who dies well, who has a good death, there is a transformation through the realms that divide the living from the dead. For this to take place, the angel of death does not only come to assist the soul, but they assist the ones left behind. And what oh my gosh, I can't speak today. Comforts those who remain on the earth are rites, ways to say goodbye, honorings and reverence, and memories and mirth. It may be time for you to consider those who have gone from you, or who may go, and know how you would honor them and remember them and send them on their way. What rites will you prepare? Ones to help carry the soul into the arms of the angel of death. Consider what will comfort you when you are on your way too. Know that it is not morbid to contemplate the ending of this mortal time for you. There is so much beyond that last breath, that last glimpse of light of the sun, so the angel of death assures us. But her job is to stay in the borderlands. She knows little of heaven, for it is a memory. She knows of humans and of creatures of the earth and their souls, and of taking them across the veil. If you are deeply grieving and in pain, this card signals that you will soon receive divine support, relief, and assistance. Wills and legal documents may be about to enter your life when this card comes to you. Consider, too, the legacy you will leave when you have departed. Consider your children and their children. Consider the well-being of the animals and plants, your library, your keepsakes, your little treasures. Begin the journey of safeguarding those now. They will not matter to you beyond this life, it is true, not as they do now, nor in the same manner. As you enter your next lifetime, they may not even be recalled at all. But those who you may leave will know them and know you through them. Let yourself live on and know who will keep your memory bright as a candle, and you will look from time to time to be glad and be able to send messages of comfort. The blessing of this card is honoring the ones who we have loved and who have left can be a beautiful way to come to terms with their absence and a way to help their soul make the transition to their new life beyond the veil. Evidence of life beyond death. The curse of this card is feeling that death is final and losing hope in the purpose of life, trapped by grief. Working with this card is it's time to work with any fear you may have around death and dying and transform this through preparation, contemplation of your legacy, and considering the interactions you have had with deceased loved ones. Whew, okay. So this is telling me that maybe some of the burden that you're holding on to, for some of you here, it could be guilt. It could be pain. It could be suffering. It could be love of loss. So if you're holding on, and this could also be dying, but there's deaths of many living things like relationships and families and all of that stuff. So you've got to see how this resonates with you. Is it a physical being that has passed, or is it something that has ended and feels like the death, right? Like I'm divorced. So when my marriage was falling apart, it was like the death of this marriage. It was the death of this relationship. And we have to be willing to kind of get ourselves through that. And how are we going to make it through? But if you're suffering from the death of a loved one, I feel like I'm missing. No, I'm not missing a card. If you're suffering from the death of a loved one, can 100% tell you that they are on the other side and that they are accessible to you. But you have to open your eyes in order to see them. I can, channel people that have passed, and when they come through, their love for you, it's like they never leave. It's like they literally show me that they're still with you because they're around you. And the more you believe that, and the more you start seeing the signs that they're sending you, can help you change your mindset, can help you heal through that process. Okay, so if you're going through that, I'm sorry, and I know that it's really, really hard. But knowing that they are still around, just in a very different way and in a more impactful way for yourself. Because, I think of it this way, is that when they pass over, I can talk to them whenever I want, versus if they're in in the physical world, like I have to see them or I have to call them in order to talk to them. Kind of, but not really, but I won't go there. But, so just know that they're still around you, and they don't want you to feel any kind of guilt or pain or, suffering from their passing. They want you to enjoy the life that they had while they were here. And they want you to remember them by the little things that they left behind. It could be, right now I'm getting like a gold locket. There could be things of theirs that you have. Go out and find it and touch it and hold it, because when you do that, you're accessing their energy. You're letting them know that I'm thinking of you right now. And by holding that piece of energy, that piece of materialistic stuff they're telling me right now, is that at that moment they are with you. They come to you within a second, as soon as you call for them. So do not think that you don't have access to them. All right. And let go of any guilt. Guilt. I'm trying to think of another word, but they won't let me. It's guilt. If you are holding guilt for somebody that has passed over, let it go. They don't want you to feel that guilt. They know how you felt about them. They know if you were there or not, it doesn't matter. It's what was supposed to be. A lot of us, we think of ourselves in the moment of people passing. Oh, I wasn't there for them. I should have been there for them. That's not what they think of. Oh, getting a little emotional here. So that's not what they think of. So don't think of it that yourself too. They're thinking, oh my gosh, like some people will be like, I don't want anybody here to see me go. You can't think about yourself in that situation. Think about them, and whatever was supposed to be was meant to be. You have to 100% believe me. Like some people will spend 24 hours with someone and they'll go to the bathroom and that's when they pass. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be. Let go of any guilt that you have. They know how you felt about them. They know how you feel about them, because they know that you're holding on to this guilt and they don't want it. I think I'm going to end the reading here because I don't even know how long I've been talking. But I hope that maybe you had to hear that message. Let me know in the comments below if that resonates with you, if you are holding on to some guilt. And please know that that's not what they want for you. They don't have guilt. They don't have resentment. They don't have that for you. So why do you hold it for yourself? I hope this resonated with you. Much love. Check out your monthly readings, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.